What is good, y'all? It's your boy Ty, back here with another video. In this video today, we're going to be talking about something that happened kind of in 2K today that caused a lot of commotion and 2K's responses, or kind of 2K's response to that. But before we dive into it, if you are new to my channel, have not yet, please smash that subscribe button as we're on the road to 50,000 subscribers. The recent support has been absolutely absurd, and I truly cannot thank each and every one of you guys enough. So before we dive into what 2K did, let's first dive into what we're talking about. So we're talking about this pink diamond Evan Fournier exchange card. And as you guys can see, it is an original owner amethyst Sekou Doumbouya card that you have to have, and an original owner ruby Killian Hayes card that you have to have. Now, the big problem with this is that with this, they released idle super packs, and that is the only way you could obtain Sekou Doumbouya or Killian Hayes. You could not obtain them anywhere else, and these packs were not buyable with MT, forcing people to spend money if they did want, obviously, an original owner Sekou Doumbouya or Killian Hayes card. So that's ultimately what the community was upset about. And the biggest shout out, I think, goes to DBG. He was kind of the main head behind this change, which I didn't really understand it at first, right? I didn't see it, understand it, and then once DBG started talking about it, then you started realizing what 2K kind of was schematically doing, right? They wanted people to be forced to open their packs to get these original owner cards, which was absolutely wrong. That should have never happened, and it shouldn't have been a thing. But the good thing is 2K responded. 2K, they heard the noise, and that's something that in the future, I think us as a community, we can see, right? If 2K does something wrong, we can speak out about it, right? Because now they added them to triple threat online boards. Yes, they're at the top too, but at least now you can't sit here and say, well, 2K doesn't care about the community. They don't listen to us. They listen to us, guys. They gave us a chance to get an original owner Sekou Doumbouya card, an original owner Killian Hayes card, ultimately locked in for Evan Fournier. So I don't know how long it's going to take, and maybe I'll do an hour of triple threat today to see if I can ultimately get these cards. But the reality of the circumstances today is that 2K 100% was in the wrong. They released a VC only kind of drop, and 100% of the community was not on board with it. Yes, some people open packs for them, which, I mean, it still rubs me the wrong way that some people open packs for Evan Fournier. But for the people who didn't open packs, for the people who want Evan Fournier, they at least have the chance to do so. The one thing that stood out to me quite a lot was the fact that in countries in which you can't buy VC, you couldn't get Evan Fournier. So they wouldn't even allow everybody in the community a chance to get Evan Fournier, which, I mean, that's kind of a disgrace. It's one thing if it's just super packs. If they want to release VC only super packs, that's fine. But to have the alternative motive of having people open them to get Sekou Doumbouya, Killian Hayes, the original owner cards, ultimately for this Evan Fournier card, that's kind of what people in the community were ultimately upset about. Because you shouldn't, I mean, obviously, with as good as they made Evan Fournier, it's kind of sad, right? Because they made Evan Fournier better than Lou Hudson, right? And they ultimately did. And the only way you could get Evan Fournier is by ripping packs. So they kind of had their scheme behind it, and I'm glad people in the community called them out for it. And kind of not demanded a change, but made 2K change their thoughts behind it. Because now, if you are no money spent, you can really get these cards for easy. I mean, I don't know exactly how easy they're going to be, but at least they're obtainable. You get Doumbouya off boards, you get Killian Hayes off boards. It's easy to get Evan Fournier, and to say he's not going to play on most people's no money spent squad accounts is just wrong. 2K, here's my final kind of thoughts in where I'm gonna go with this. 2K shouldn't have to change this. This should be something in the community, not weekly maybe, but maybe every 2 weeks. Come out with a new exchange reward, put an original owner cards that are on triple threat boards. Do that, because this is a great idea to get the community involved. Anything like this gets the community involved. It gets you good publicity because people who are no money spent can really grind for these types of players. And the biggest thing that I want to say is Evan Fournier is not Tracy McGrady. He's good, don't get it wrong, but he's not a game-changing card. So yes, giving people the opportunity to get him for free, such as like a Fred Brown or Don O, it's just another opportunity for people to be excited about something that is free in the game. Now, if you guys want to go crazy on Friday and drop Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, do what you guys got to do to secure your bread, but it was just a disaster start to the day, really, for 2K. I'm glad they made a change, and I'm glad DBG kind of took it upon himself to speak out about it and get this change. And that's something that at least 2K has showed us, that they are willing to listen to us and make changes when it definitely deserves to be changed. Because today, when we first got the content, I was just confused for the first part of the day. Like I said, mentioned earlier in the video, I was just confused. It's like we got idols, but we got new idols players, but they're only obtainable through super packs. And the worst part about it is, you had to get these players for an original. It was just an absolute mess. The combo we got today, we got idols players with no reward player, and then we got literally a new exchange player. So I kind of knew from the start that it was just going to be a weird day all the way around. Did I expect it to be like this? No, because obviously 2K was in the wrong at first. But the biggest thing that I'm going to take away from this is that 2K, they did something right. And I think 2K could take this for the future. Comment down below. Would you guys like it if every 2 weeks they came out with something like this, a new exchange reward, and you need original owner cards for it that are in Triple Threat Online? I think this is a great opportunity, at least for my No Money Spent squad series. At least tomorrow, I can take a day and grind this tomorrow. I mean, I really truly can. I think it's something that the community can get behind, get excited about, and it's something that it doesn't take too much from 2K. It's not like a whole new domination, a whole new this or that. It's just something that's gonna keep the game going. Because I remember last year in February, the game was kind of dead because there was nothing new coming out, nothing like this. This type of stuff is what's going to keep the game mode super active. Anything like this is just an update that people are going to want to play your game for. And that's really what I'm noticing. And that if 2K can keep this type of a trend going, in which free rewards that aren't game breaking, that's the biggest W. Because at the end of the day, Evan Fournier is not a game breaking card. But can he help people who are no money spent? Absolutely. Do you have to be good at the game to get Sekou Doumbouya, to get Killian Hayes? Yes. You either have to be decent enough at the game or spend money. That's basically what 2K decided to do, because if you don't win over 60% of your games, you're never going to get to that top board for Sekou Doumbouya or Killian Hayes. So that's kind of the alternative flip side to it that I haven't mentioned so far in the video. Yes, they are obtainable, but you do have to be good at the game. Just know if you're grinding Triple Threat Online, especially today, the sweats are going to be out there. So there's a lot to take in from this whole kind of situation, this kind of saga today. But just know it's not just gonna be an easy grind for Doumbouya or Killian Hayes. They're only available at that top tier, in which people who get to that top tier, you have to be pretty good, because you got to play 7 games to get there without losing 3 games. So I mean, you got to be good at the game to get Sekou Doumbouya, to get Killian Hayes. But at least 2K came out with an alternative to get this Evan Fournier card, because that's what we were really waiting on all day. I didn't really talk about it too much. I talked about it a little in my Fournier gameplay, but at least they switched it around. Now, ultimately, is Evan Fournier worth grinding Triple Threat Online for? Here's my ultimate thing. If you are no money spent, like my no money spent squad, I think I will spend tomorrow grinding Triple Threat Online for these cards. I think it's worth it. First of all, because I like Sekou Doumbouya, I like Killian Hayes. Both of those cards are pretty solid. And then the fact that you can get Evan Fournier with it, you can get 3 serviceable cards. And there's no saying you can't get downtown Freddie Brown while grinding it too. So it's definitely worth it to grind Triple Threat Online, at least in my opinion. And I might do a Triple Threat Online challenge later today, just to see if I can get this on my main account, because that would be very fire. But it's ultimately up to you. Make sure you don't rip packs for it. That's one thing I would say. Do not rip these packs just to get these original owner cards. It's definitely not worth it. But at least 2K gave you 2 options, right? You grind Triple Threat Online. You got to be pretty decent at the game to get the cards, or you can open packs. It's really up to you guys. I definitely do not open packs for Evan Fournier, but at least 2K took a step in the right direction. I think this is something that could stick in future weeks. So hopefully 2K keeps this thing rolling, right? Couple cards in Triple Threat Online, a couple, an exchange reward with it. I think that would be a very solid idea for 2K, and just to keep the game mode active. That's the biggest thing. Keep people wanting to play your game. But drop your comments down below on your first reaction when you saw the packs were the only way to get Evan Fournier, and then the new, obviously, Triple Threat update. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you are new. And as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.